Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz battle, and today's battle is the Tier 8 Tech Tree Italian cruiser, the Amalfi. So there's been the early access event, so anybody who's going to get early access Amalfi have got their early access Amalfi, and we've seen a few in battle. Subsequent to that, we have the Tech Tree line, which is likely to come out maybe in a week or so, and certainly I shall be working my way up through this Tech Tree line. I must admit I very much enjoyed the Trento. I very much enjoyed even more the Zara. So these are great ships. Yeah, so I shall be working my way through them. And here we are with the Zara, playing it very much like a French cruiser. So we're originally going off to stick with our battleship. However, that would leave our poor destroyer pretty much running the gauntlet by themselves, so we have to turn back in to really support that destroyer. Otherwise, all the enemy has to do is just go down that left flank there, take out a carrier, and they've won the game. So, it looks like our ships are bunching together nicely. We've got a couple of scout destroyers who seem to be scouting and hopefully not drawing too much attention to themselves. We have an Azuma, a Tier 9 premium Japanese cruiser, which should have fairly good armor. So I fire off SAP, get a couple of nice hits. Realise that they're within range of my torpedoes, which is just incredibly stunning. So, hey, no point wasting any torpedoes. The Azuma is getting pasted by, well, quite a lot of different teammates. I'm trying to keep myself out of trouble. Fires back, it tags me with a hit, it gets me on fire. I'll let that burn, because I'm sure there'll be more fires where that comes from, and until it becomes something I really have to heal, we'll just be burning a damage control for no real benefit. Now we're getting some good hits with these AP, good plunging fire. They are not full penetrations, I don't think. I think, but still. And there we go. First strike. Nice start to the game. And we've got this Dmitry Donskoy. Now it has fairly weak armor, but then again, so do I. Now I lit up my smoke. One of the things I did was I lit it up pretty much as he fired, which means that I've got really no benefit from it. So I need to basically make sure that I fire the smoke off before, so probably count a bit more time, so that it's a couple of seconds before he reloads, so that when he fires, he won't be too sure where I am. It is a very short range smoke, so it only provides me a bit of a get out of jail, enables me to change the angle. So that's essentially what it does, is it buys me time to either stop firing and head the other direction, or change the angle so that I delay the times between his shots. We're keeping the Dmitry Donskoy going. We've got our own Dmitry Donskoy, which is, well, he's getting what looks like a bit of trouble from torpedoes. So up to the north there is a destroyer, and destroyers are what the Italian cruisers do best. I'm being very lucky here. I've got good angles, which means that his shots, didn't judge his shots particularly well. These ships are fast, and he probably didn't account for the speed of it, which is nice. We are heading off up to the north. We still have a missing destroyer. We have one, oh, there we go. This is the Kagero. And unfortunately, I didn't have SAP loaded, because if I'd had SAP loaded, that wouldn't have done just half his health. I've got SAP loaded now, but I'm losing the opportunity because he's now starting to understand what sort of trouble he's in. Oh, he slowed down there, so that's a bit of a shame. And then he's going into his smoke. It's, smoke screen. I'm expecting some torpedoes to come out, so I'm going to put the turn on. I put the speed back. I've been running in a straight line to try and make it attractive as a target. Still not seeing much. So in we go, and what we'll do is we'll fire at what we can see. There he is. He's the smoke's cleared, and he's been holding still. We've got some SOP, and we get some very nice hits on him with that. Our Iowa takes down their Dimension which means that we are ahead on ships, 5-4. Now straight ahead of me is this Kagero. Now that Kagero should be running away if I'm charging in. Now my problem is that if he manages to get a bit of off angle and get some decent torpedo run, I could be in real trouble. But no, he's made a break for it, and we have SAP loaded. That should do the trick. That Lion is obviously a bit of a challenge, so it's firing HE, which is good because it's not likely to penetrate. I do have a damage control at the ready, but yeah, I fired my SAP, fired at his bow. Of course, now I've got a problem because I'm being targeted from my right by that battleship, and that is really hurting. So I'm going to have to use speed in order to try and mitigate that. And part of our problem, of course, is that with this Lion, I'm on very low health, and he's still making a decent play for me. This is not... So I'm going to try and have to outturn his guns. See if I can pull out a survival trick here. I've got a couple of kills, which is not too bad. Oh, but unfortunate, because had the game gone on a bit longer, well, he may actually very well have got a reasonable beat on me with his rear turrets, which might have been enough. Of course, I had my torpedoes coming off cooldown, which would have been quite tricky for him to deal with as well. So, the Amalfi in battle, it is a good ship. You've got to keep that distance up, got to know how to shoot. It's not a brawler, it's very much a ship that requires a bit of finesse. That fuel smoke, obviously, I need to learn the right time to use that. So that, because if it's just a second or two before he reloads, of course, he's probably got a reasonable bead and he can just unload in blind fire. But if it's something like 5 or 6 seconds, he doesn't know how much I've moved, and his blind fire becomes much less reliable. Anyway, 94 hits, 4 torpedo hits, 2 ships destroyed. Yeah, that was the Amalfi Tier 8 Tech Tree Italian battleship. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.